bear with me, everyone, for this is a long one. As here are 5 ways to battle off manipulation. Starting with identifying the reason they are continuously engaging in your company. Within simple questions such as, what is it that you like about me? And how do you feel about the time that we've spent together? Or where do you think life is going to take you, or us, dependingly? Why do you always have to act a certain way around that person and not me or that other person? To better understand their emotions pertaining to themselves and relation to you in a style more for couples and close friends that seems sus at times. For instance, a common method that edges the domain of manipulation within relationships is the give and take strategy, where the time and energy you spend in the investment of your love compels a feeling of equivalence is deserved. And being the man of fairness that I am, I believe that to be just. But in that particular exchange of ideals, it rises as a catalyst for one or the other to create tension within guilt or stress upon expectations not being met. And secondly, acknowledging a pattern of lies or misinformation. As a golden rule for the strangers in this world, take what's said at face value, but understand there is an underlying reason for their statement and great potential in deceit. Often divided in a realm of 4 categories, but the reason can be unbound from meaning, as there is information, communion, animosity, and manipulation, all of which blend our social interactions into the reality we feel a part of. As we are our own last line of defense against the darkness that surrounds us, we ought to preoccupy ourselves with building constructs of standards to withhold within ourselves and those around us in a skeptical and positive way. Number 3, sensing a discomfort in having to doubt yourself around these people. For people will often use these tactics to throw you off balance, to then prey upon your instability. The number 1 being the art of seduction, based around flattery and charm, usually angled for your need of approval. Secondly, and obviously, when they tell you lies or misrepresent the truth, and even at times when they are completely vague about what they mean and feel. Thirdly, but perhaps the most commonly used, would be playing the victim within a situation, often using exaggerated complaints about their hardships to make you feel sorry for them. And tied within amidst for 4th is divided into another 4 mini categories. And within them, guilting, avoiding questions, shaming, and denial, as in refusing to admit they said or did something to wrong you in some way. And number 4, to be consistently seeking out new information. As we are often clouded by the scattering thoughts of daily duties, it can be difficult to implement a balance against the lightning apparitions of our desires and needs. And while it's willfully easy to be swept away in the winds of this world, there are opportunities to not be swayed against those currents by hinging on to the foundations and semblance of disciplinary actions for organizations. Meaning, Setting out simple plans for at least 5 minutes to explore a passion, or catch a headline in a news article, or practice that thing you're kind of good at, or even open a book. For such simple actions lead to greater insights, and nothing should be stopping you from learning more about the world around you. But of course, saving the best for last, at number 5. Putting effort in gaining awareness of self. As it is a philosophy of self, self-awareness is the experience of one's own personality or individuality. It is not to be confused with consciousness in the sense of qualia, as qualia in the philosophy of mind is defined as an individual instances of subjective conscious experience, regarding what sort or of what kind experiences, like what is it like to taste a specific apple, or the perceived sensation of pain and a headache, the taste of wine, and the perceived redness of an evening sky. While consciousness is being aware of one's environment, body, and lifestyle, self-awareness is the recognition of that awareness. As self-awareness is how an individual consciously knows and understands their own character, feelings, motives, and desires. As here are some examples to prove on that conscious ability. Practicing mindfulness and meditation, as mindfulness refers to being present in the moment and paying attention to yourself and your surroundings, rather than getting lost in thought or ruminating or even daydreaming. Meditation is the practice of focusing your attention on one thing, such as your breath, or a mantra, or a feeling, and letting your thoughts drift by instead of holding on to them. For both exercises can help you become more aware of your internal state and reactions to things. They can also help you identify your thoughts and feelings and keep you from getting so caught up in them that you lose your hold on yourself. Practicing yoga, as yoga is a physical practice, but it's just as much a mental practice. While your body is stretching and bending and flexing, your mind is learning discipline, self-acceptance, and awareness. You become more aware of your body and all the feelings that manifest, and you become more aware of your mind and the thoughts that crop up. You can even pair yoga with mindfulness or meditation to boost your self-awareness. Making time to reflect, as reflecting can be done in multiple ways, and it's customizable to the person reflecting. But the important thing is to go over your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to see where you meet at your standards, where you failed them, and where you could improve. You can also reflect on your standards themselves to see if they are good ones for you to hold on to. For you can try writing in a journal, talking out loud, or simply sitting quietly and thinking, whatever helps you best to reflect on yourself. As journaling helped me the greatest in life, allowing me benefits in identifying, clarifying, and accepting my thoughts and feelings, in discovering what I wanted, what I valued, what worked for me, as well as helping me find out that what I didn't want, what wasn't important to me, and what wasn't going to work for me. For both were important to learn, whether you like to free write, bulleted lists, or poems, Writing down your thoughts and feelings illustrates intention for a more tangible aspect in the objective truth of yourself. And finally, asking the people you love, for it's vital to feel we know ourselves from the inside, but external feedback helps too. Ask your family and close friends about what they think about you. Have them describe you and see what rings true with you and what might surprise you. Carefully consider what they say and think about when you journal or otherwise reflect. Of course, don't take any one person as gospel. You need to talk to a variety of people to get a comprehensive view of yourself. And remember that at the end of the day, it's your self-beliefs and feelings that matter the most to you.